Hey everyone, I am Jean Ingson, founder of Quiet Marketing and marketing mentor and coach. I'm a graduate of Business Administration Marketing Management at the University of Baguio. Currently, I serve as a Chief Operations Officer at Blink Technologies Corporation. It's an IT company here in Baguio City. We've been doing marketing webinars for 2 years now, and I've also been invited as a resource speaker for the School of Business Administration and Accountancy at my alma mater. Just this year, I decided to take this on another level and provide webinars for students and aspiring marketers. This is your unconventional webinar, no fluff marketing, no long intro, so blah blah blah, just straight to the point marketing insights that saves you time and energy because we know that your time is valuable. So let's get straight ahead to our topic. So today's topic is all about the power of data and why marketing analytics is a top career in 2025. Welcome to this live premiere of our April webinar series. And if it's your first time here, thanks for being curious enough to click. And if you've been following the series, welcome back to another dive deep. And tonight we're zooming into a topic that's shifting the marketing landscape faster than ever. Marketing analytics. Okay. We're not just talking about spreadsheets or dashboards. We're talking about career security, smart decision making, and the kind of skills companies are actively searching for in 2025 and beyond. All right, so before we start, just a few reminders. Type hello in the live chat to signify that you are here. Be respectful and let's all maintain a safe and professional space for everyone. Feel free to drop your questions in our live chat and you can shout out your friends and your school as well. And at the end of the webinar, please say your goodbyes before you leave, and your e certificates will follow shortly, especially for those who are actively engaging in our live chat. So let's begin with our discussion why data is now the MVP or the most valued player of marketing. Alright? So let's get this straight. Marketing used to be about the big idea. Now it's about the big insight. And according to HubSpot's 2025 State of Marketing report, 82% of marketers say their most critical decisions are now backed by data. So this is not just a trend, it's a shift. The creatives are still essential, but the people who understand the why behind performance, the ones who can read the story behind the numbers, they're irreplaceable. Now, if you see here, we have the equation creativity plus data equals career advantage. So, what does that mean? While creativity captures attention, data ensures that your message reach the right audience effectively. Now, what really is data? In marketing, data refers to the information collected about customers and their interactions with a brand. This includes details like which products they view, how they navigate a website, their purchase history, and even their feedback. Okay, so just for example, when you registered for this webinars, those are data. And there are many reasons why we collect data. In my case, it's to track performance, it's to track leads, and tailor my strategies, my messaging that is directed to students because now I know I found out that my target audience are students. Um, 90% of the registrants comprise of students versus professionals, all right? Take Facebook as a perfect example of how powerful data is. So, did you know that Facebook is actually a data driven business model? So Facebook now is operating under the parent company Meta, and it offers its services for free to users. Pero what's the catch? Diba? Ginagamit natin ng libre ng Facebook platform. So in return, the Facebook actually collects intensive data on user behavior. That's why if you saw my post for the poster for this webinar topic, I said there that even if you pause for a certain content, it's actually a form of user behavior, preferences, and interaction. So this data includes demographics, interest, online activities, and more. And Facebook advertisers pay Facebook to access targeted advertising opportunities, allowing them to reach specific audiences based on the rich data set. For instance, advertisers can target users who are women, aged 25 to 30 for a living in a particular city, and interested in software engineering, for example. And Facebook provides these insights without revealing personally identifiable information, ensuring user privacy while still offering valuable targeting capabilities to advisors. So see how genius the idea is. A single click is already a data, and that's how powerful it is. The fact that you even did nothing, you're just staring at the post, that is data already. How? The algorithm tracks your every move when scrolling and stopping at the post. The seconds you pause is counted and it is interpreted in insights as reach. So what we're saying is that every interaction counts. And that's a subtle power of data. In social media, for example, in Facebook's every action, or even inaction, is a data point. And when you pause while scrolling, the algorithm notes the duration of your stop. And that's what we call dwell time. And it is interpreted as interest, signaling to the platform that the content is engaging, and consequently, the algorithm may boost the visibility of such content to similar users, even without likes, even without comments or shares. Your passive behavior, such as lingering on a post, it provides valuable insights. So these are micro engagement. These helps platforms tailor your feed, ensuring content aligns with your interests. That's why nagtataka kayo sometimes. Nanood ka, for example, you didn't even like a post, such for example, you click or you view basketball content, then the next time you view your news feed, then a lot of basketball content are being shown to you. So that's how it actually works. Just because you stop for a moment, that's already a data in itself. So what is the implication naman for marketers with knowing this, that our data is being, you know, aggregated, collected to become a powerful tool for business operation. Okay. So for marketers, if you understand these nuances, it's important to craft your content that captures the attention within the first few seconds. Diba? So it can it can enhance the dwell time, and it signals the relevance to the algorithm. And this strategy can increase organic reach and engagement without relying solely on active interactions. So in essence, your every scroll, your every pause, and your lingering in a specific content, it contributes to a complex data ecosystem that shapes our online experiences. And this recognizes and leverage that um, it empowers both users and marketers in this digital age, right? So next, we move on to the data-driven decision. So the power of centralized data and AI in marketing analytics is, as you can see here, 93% of marketers own a centralized data source. So it means that marketers are now increasingly recognizing the importance of having these data systems because it consolidates data from various sources into a unified platform, and then businesses can gain a comprehensive view of their customers, streamline their operations, and make more informed decisions. Okay. And it's also says here that 64% of marketers utilize AI and automation tools. So AI and automation tools are now being integrated in marketing, and it is used to analyze um, vast amount of data, predict consumer behavior, personalize customer experiences, and optimize marketing campaigns. And thus, technological advancements allow now marketers to operate more efficiently and effectively in this competitive age. No, so as a marketer, you cannot simply afford to be complacent when it comes to your content strategies. If you're a social media managers, you need to adopt to these tools to stay on top of this marketing game. Kaya nga, mayat maya, na learning doesn't stop. It's a continuous process. Akala mo after college, tapos ka na mag-aral. No, if your goal in life is to have senior level or C-suite level salary, hindi ka pwedeng tatamad-tamad. Have the mindset of continuous learning and self-development and improvement so it will take you to places. Okay? There are three ways that data is shaping marketing operations. So we have enhanced personalization, informed making decision, and improve customer satisfaction or improve customer engagement. So for enhanced personalization, data enables marketers to create personalized experiences by understanding individual customers' preferences and behaviors. For instance, say for example, na nag-register kayo for our webinar, we have different topics, di ba, in the Google Forms. And the data is represented in a form of a chart, the admin side. So I can visualize what are the topics that interest you most. Where do enhanced personalization comes in? Now that the data is showing me for matter that marketing careers after graduation webinar has the most sign up. So let me just quickly share you get to understand what I'm talking about. So if you see, this is just the first form. We have a new form. So this is not actually the real time total of the sign-ups for marketing careers. It's actually like 80 sign-ups already. So it says here that marketing careers after graduation has the most sign-ups, right? So I am likely to tailor my topic in accordance to this pattern or strategy. Ano ba yung mga ginawa kong strategy for this webinar to reach this amount of registration? So it suggests na gusto pala nila ng mga ganitong topic, something that helps them understand how to navigate careers after graduation, or baka naman nagkataon din nag-graduation ngayon, the topic was strategic and timely. So sometimes in creating our campaigns, we don't just consider the offer itself, but the relevance and timeliness. So amount of thought and process goes into the final campaign before it is promoted online to groups, Facebook groups, which always brings us back to the ultimate goal of marketing is giving solutions to problem. Right? Okay, so now we go back to informed decision making. How does data make informed decision with access to these real-time data? Marketing teams can make informed decisions about campaign strategies, budget allocation, saan pa magandang i-allocate ang budget natin for marketing campaigns and content creation. Right? So these data-driven approaches ensures that your resources are invested in tactics that yield the highest return on investment. So hindi ka lang pwedeng mag-post tayo sa TikTok or post tayo sa Instagram or Facebook page. You need to check using the data, you need to check the performance of those different platforms and only allocate your budget according to the performance of each platforms. Okay? So we also have improved customer engagement. How do data helps in um, customer improve customer engagement? So if you analyze your customer data as a marketer, you can identify the most effective channels, which I was mentioning a while back. So marketers can identify the most effective channels and messaging for different audience segments. And this leads to more meaningful interactions, higher customer satisfaction, and stronger brand loyalty. Right? Next, we move on to what is marketing analytics. So, it says here that marketing analytics is the practice of measuring, managing, and analyzing performance to improve return on investment. Ano ba ang marketing analytics at paano ba ito ginagawa? So, let's break it down. So, think of it as CCTV for every campaign that you launch, whether you're looking at Google Analytics or social media insights or sales conversion. Analytics tells you what's working, what's wasting your money, and what needs to be changed. So in 2025, marketers who don't read data are like pilots who fly without radar. Okay? So, what are the fundamentals? So, ano ang mga ginagawa ng isang marketing analyst? So, we have data collection, data analysis, and actionable insights. When we say data collection, it's building the foundation. The first step in marketing analytics is gathering relevant data from various sources, such as website traffic, if you're using Google Analytics, website traffic, if you're using Meta, social media interactions, email campaigns, and customer feedback. And these are comprehensive data collection that provides you a holistic view of your customers' behavior and their preferences, which enables you as a marketer to make informed decisions. For example, a company collects data from its e-commerce site, social media platform, platforms, and customer surveys to understand purchasing patterns and customer satisfaction level. So, yung isang araw nga lang si Food Panda, may pa-survey siya eh. So, these are just strategies to improve the business operation, which will result to higher ROI. So, mahalaga sa ating mga businesses to conduct these surveys also because it provides us insights on how to innovate or innovate our products and make improvements. What is data analysis? So this means uncovering insights. Once you've collected the data, the next step is to analyze it to identify the trends, the patterns, and the correlations. So this analysis helps in understanding the effectiveness of your marketing campaigns, customer segmentation, and predicting future behaviors. Example, when analyzing customer purchase history, right? A retailer identifies that certain products are frequently bought together, leading to effective cross-selling strategies. That happens also. An example is Shopee, di ba? When you viewed an item or when you purchase an item, uh, the following day, similar or relevant items show up. That explains the behind the scenes of how our data is used in business operations. Okay? And lastly, we have actionable insight. So it drives strategic decision. The ultimate goal of marketing analytics is to translate these data analysis into actionable strategies. So hindi ka pa lang pwedeng nag-collect ka lang ng data or nag-analyze ka lang. You need to do something about it. So actionable strategy. So this involves using insights to optimize your marketing efforts, improve your customer experiences, and increase your ROI. Example, if after analyzing campaign performance, gaya ng sabi ko kanina, a business reallocates its advertising budgets to channels with higher engagement rates, resulting in improved conversion rates. 'Di ba? Actionable insights, meaning when you, for example, when you post on business pages without strategy, just posting randomly on different times, whereas if you have insights, and analysis, you come up with actionable strategies. If you check your insights, you checking when is your audience most active. So the action is to post during when they are most active and consider not just time but also the day. And that strategy alone is when it comes to user activity pa lang. So wala pa tayo dun sa content strategy. Content insight also gives us actionable insights by seeing what content has higher reach. So um, if you have different platforms like TikTok or uh, Instagram or Facebook, you can analyze which platforms performs well, and then you can allocate not just budget but your overall content strategy. Kailangan naman magfo-focus ka sa IG. For example, ang role ng IG is more um, on aesthetics, personal connection. Is your business goal aligned with the platform's objectives? O kaya nga choosing a platform is also another consideration when it comes to being a marketer. So Facebook is for building relationships or brand loyalty. So kung ang goal mo for your business is to build relationships and brand loyalty, you're going to choose Facebook or TikTok even. Twitter is for conversation, di ba? And Pinterest is for ideation and gives you inspiration, right? So LinkedIn is when it comes to business development, networking, and brand awareness also. When it comes to TikTok, it is for building community and conversation. So it doesn't mean that just because other social media channels, you can, yes, you can utilize it, but be strategic in what are your goals as a business so that you can tailor your content according to what the platforms provide you, right? So that a report shows that 40% year-over-year increase in demand for marketing analysts. And again, that's not a hype. That's hiring managers signaling what skills they value. Okay, and this aren't about jobs. It's a role in brand strategy, customer experience, media planning, growth marketing, you name it. If you can measure results and explain what they mean, you're already ahead. So, in demand roles in 2025 are marketing analysts. So, they study what does a marketing analyst do? You study numbers and understand what works in marketing, like which ads or which post campaigns get the most clicks and help improve your strategies. Now, when it comes to data-driven content strategies, um, these use data to decide what kind of content, like if it's videos or blogs or posts people love, and then plan and create more of that. Comes to growth marketer, you focus on fast business growth and you test creative ways to attract and keep customers using social media, ads, and even email. Okay, for customer insights manager, you gather feedback and study customer behavior to help brands understand what people really want and how to serve them better. Okay, what skills do you actually need to be a marketing analyst? So to start, you don't need to be a math genius. Just need to be curious, comfortable with dashboards, and willing to interpret patterns. So we have the core tools to learn. You need to familiarize yourself with Google Analytics, track what people do on your website. So how they found you, what they click, and where they dropped off. Okay, so HubSpot platform analytics shows you how content or your emails and campaigns are performing all in one place. We also have Looker Studio. So it turns boring data into visual reports and dashboards that are easier to understand and share. My favorite one is Meta Business Suite. So it lets you manage and analyze your Facebook and Instagram posts and others insights. So can you please type Facebook webinar kung gusto niyo ng webinar about Facebook social media management. Alright, so also have email performance metrics. How many people click your email link, open rates, how many open your email. It will tell you that if your emails are working or not. So once you know what to look for, data become less scary. So once you know what to look for, data becomes less scary and more likely your secret, your secret weapon. Okay, so we're almost at the end of our webinar. So why is this the perfect entry career for 2025? So if you're a fresh graduate or you're switching careers, this path actually makes sense because marketing analytics is one of the most accessible, in demand, and future-proof marketing roles out there. You don't need to have 10 years of experience. You need understanding a few tools and the ability to tell stories from numbers. It's strategic, it's creative, and it's measurable. So you can no longer afford to ignore data. And that's great news because once you get comfortable with it, you unlock doors other marketers don't even know exist. So as we wrap up, just remember that data isn't just numbers. It's the narrative behind every successful marketing strategy. And in today's landscape, the ability to interpret and act on data driven insights sets thriving businesses apart. And marketing says here, without data is like driving with your eyes closed. So embrace data as your compass in the vast world of marketing. Let it guide your decisions, illuminate opportunities, and drive meaningful connections with your audience. So, if this lit something inside you, start learning the tools, start reading metrics, be the person who knows what to do next because you've got the numbers to prove it. And don't forget that this webinar is available on replay and you can request a certificate if you want proof of learning. Click the link in the description to learn more. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the live chat. Right before we go, please do drop your questions below so I can address it later on. And also, just a few reminders to please, if you receive my email, just simply respond or react so to signify that you've been informed through email regarding this webinar, your e-certificate. So I'll see you on our next webinar series. There's actually a lineup of topics already for May, and you guys could check on it already, but it's not yet final. We already have four or five topics out, so we're not yet posting it in our social media page. But after this, maybe after this or the following days, you'll be seeing the list of our webinar topics for me. So thank you so much, everyone, for always being here. Shout out to all the students that are always joining our webinars on repeat. I appreciate you so much, guys. And please do engage in our social media channels. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so that when we go live, you get notified on our newest post and maybe updates as well. So thank you so much for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.